live here from Montreal. I'm here with Ivelin. I'm gonna go through the list on the group right now, and I have Ivelin here. He's gonna be talking about the expert parts of FBA. I'm gonna talk about the branding aspect, and what I want to touch on, we talked about in the meetup a lot today, but
so the most common question was, how do we differentiate? What's happening after you choose a product and the day after you get like 30 competitors? Yeah, what do you do about it? So my answer always about this is that you have to have a, first of all, great customer experience, and you have to be different from the crowd. You really need to stand out and make your product as difficult as possible to copy in the long term, so that you can stay longer in the game. Right. So all of us are here and investors in that game, right? So we invest a lot of money and time into a product. You want to stay in the investment and return on that investment for as long as possible, right? So this is the whole game, is spending the time figuring out how you're going to actually be different from the others, and how you can make it as hard as possible for the others to copy. And even if they copy, you have to have a plan ahead, like 3 months, 6 months ahead. You always have a plan. What are you going to do next? What is the next step to make it go a step further, and how to make it even harder for the others?
yeah. So one of the questions that I've got here when we're sitting down is when a hijacker comes in, and it was related to trademarks. I answered the best I could about the trademarks part, but maybe you're more experienced in that area. How important is a trademark? How fast should you get it? And what do you do when someone hijacks your listing?
So if you're really serious about your Amazon business, you should really start with an umbrella brand. First of all, you have to file at least one trademark up front and run all of your products under that trademark, because all of the benefits that you can get from Amazon protection, the enhanced brand content, and just making your business serious in front of everyone. So you need to have the trademark for sure. You know, that's the first step that you want to do.
Yes, and I don't see why you wouldn't get one. It's like super cheap.
It's very cheap. Most people can do the research themselves and actually file the trademark themselves. And it's pretty inexpensive, right? Especially in Canada.
It's like $250.
It's very inexpensive. So, and the interface is actually really friendly, so you can do it yourself.
From the Canadian website too. I don't remember the exact website. That's why I did mine. You can even type in Google like Trademark Canada.
What is your personal #1 tip for beginner sellers? So I always call that, you know, that if you have 4 hours to chop a tree, you have to spend 3 hours sharpening the axe, right? So private label is the same. You have to spend your time. Don't rush it. Don't go testing a product and then trying to figure out how to get rid of the inventory.
Right.
Spend the time, study the market, study the competition, and really spend your time. Like if you have to spend like a month more to bring more value to the product, spend it instead of just going to try. You know, people are trying to sell products, right? You shouldn't try sell. You have to be certain that this product will sell and will have like a great experience for the buyer. So that's my advice for new sellers.
Cool. My personal advice was, and I believe I posted in the group as well, was make sure your branding is on point. Branding is more important to me than most of the things aside from product research, because once you find a good product, that's great, but how you brand it, how you go about representing your brand, what experience you're leaving your users with is just as important, and that's for collecting reviews and just beating the competition in general. And I want to touch on a question that I see quite a bit, and that's coming from people that are starting out and they're not sure if they should get an expensive logo, if they should go on Fiverr, if they should hire a professional graphic designer. My first reaction to, because I'm in the branding industry, I do graphic design, to me obviously I would say don't go to Fiverr. But the answer as to why is because, as you can imagine, sure, there's a lot of people on Fiverr that are great at what they do, but there's also a lot of people that are just there to make a quick dollar. They're there to make you a logo as quick as they possibly can and get paid as quick as they can. So as you can imagine, with that comes unauthentic people that will take ready assets, from whether it's from Google, they'll just type in vectorized symbols and they'll find whatever is fitting best for your logo. Now what's worse is, because you're new to the whole industry and new to logo design and so on, whenever they send you a logo, you probably wouldn't even know if it's a good logo or not, and it'll look good to you and you'll think, okay, I spent 50 bucks, 100 bucks, good enough, let's go ahead with it, because you're anxious to start. And that's the mistake I see a lot of people do, not just from the Amazon business, but in general for any business that's starting out. I work with many small businesses, so I see that happens day in, day out. So that's my advice on that note. Now the question as to how much to spend on the logo and branding, that comes down to the designer you find. It comes down to how much your budget is about. I would say if you're looking to get a logo, at the bare minimum you're looking at 100 bucks, and that's questionable too. So you want to get to the professional level, 1,000 and more will probably get you something really well.
Price policy, what price should we put, how to calculate it, and not lose profit, and it should be competitive. So I have a very simple formula when I go for pricing. My rule is I'm looking for ×5. So if I'm buying something for $5 on Alibaba, I want to sell that for 25. So I always multiply by 5. This is to account for every FBA fee, the loss, all the hijackers, everything that can happen to your product, like PPC. At the end, you want to end up with 30% profit margin, right? At least.
Yeah.
So I always look for ×5. My sourcing price should be ×5 my sales price. So if I cannot do that, I'm just dropping the product. Okay. So that's a simple formula that I follow. It's been working so far.
Cool. What is the best way to brand? So that's coming from Janet. First of all, have a rough idea of what kind of name you want to go with. If you have no idea where to even start, then obviously hire somebody that can help you with that. Once you have a name for the brand, you kind of stick to that niche, obviously, of the products, hopefully. If you have no idea where to start as far as products, even like Ivelin said at the beginning, then start with an umbrella brand, something that kind of a general name that anything can fit under. And then maybe down the road when you make some profit, you can start a new brand going from there.
So my take on branding is a little bit different, right?
Okay.
First of all, we want to determine what is branding.
Yeah.
Because many people have different ideas about branding, right? Some people think that branding is having a great logo, having a website, and people spend like thousands of dollars even before having product in place.
Yeah.
They start spending money on branding.
Yeah.
But branding for me is really about your message to the people out there.
Yeah.
What is unique about your brand? And I've done a number of posts on this that people usually when they buy from Amazon, they don't remember the brand.
Right.
They have no idea what is the brand. They're looking for a product, right? So the branding for me is again the customer experience. It comes second after the customer experience. Once they have a great experience with you, then naturally you become a brand. They will look for more products from you and they'll look for that experience, right? So for brand new sellers, I don't advise people spend too much money on branding, but rather spending money on enhancing that experience that will actually become the brand.
How to get more sales when starting? I got first sale but struggling for the next sale. I'll let the expert handle that one.
So the first thing you want to do is, on Amazon and every marketplace, we care about two things only. And one is traffic and the other one is conversion, right? So the first thing that you want to do is go to your business reports and try to analyze what is your problem. Are you having a traffic problem or do you have a conversion problem? So the way you do that is you can see the impressions on your listing. So if you go to business reports and on the left side you click on by child ASIN, you'll be able to see how much traffic you're getting and what is your conversion rate. So let's say you have a good conversion rate but your traffic is low, then you have to start working on traffic strategies. You have to bring external traffic, you want to enhance your PPC campaigns, all that stuff. You have to do the keyword research, right? You want to find the keywords that bring you a lot of traffic, and not only bring you a lot of traffic, but you want to see if there are actually keywords that convert into sales. If you have the other problem, you have a lot of traffic, but you don't have enough conversions, then you have to start thinking, okay, what's wrong with my listing? Why is not converting? And a lot of times it's how you present your product, right? So of course the number one thing that you want to address is your images. So the main image is the most important, that should be clickable. So when you do the main image, which is on the white background, there's only one mind in place. Why people click on that image, right? It should be clickable.
What makes it different?
What makes it different? Why should be, when you have like 10 results in that page, what makes you click on that image? And then the other images that you have after that, including your bullet points and all the other information, should give additional information. Why should you buy that product and not some of the other products? So you always have that in mind, and you have to answer these questions. So images is the most important part, and then everything that is not answered by looking at the images should be answered by bullet points.